Hey guys, now we are going to see the topic about the miscellaneous directives. Say what are the preprocessor directives comes under the miscellaneous directives. Here first one, undef directive, pragma directive. These two directives comes under the miscellaneous directives. See very first this one, undef directive. See what purpose we are using this undef directive. See this undef directive is used to remove the macro which we had already defined. So the existing macro and definitions can be removed by help of this undef directive. See the syntax of the undef directive is here first hash symbol, after that undef, next name, macro name. Next one here this pragma directive. What purpose this pragma directive we are using? Here by help of this pragma directive we can turn on or off certain features. See under the pragma directive, these directives comes under the pragma directives. First one, pragma startup directive. Next pragma exit directive and pragma warn directive. These three directives comes under this pragma directive. See very first let us see about this pragma startup directive. See the syntax of the pragma startup directive is here the syntax of pragma startup is pragma startup, after that here name. This one is function name. See normally whenever we are running our C program, at very first time the controller will goes to the where main function. At very first that main function only will run in C programming language. See suppose if we want to change instead of the main functions, if we want to run some other function, then by help of this pragma startup directive we can change that function name, so that when we are running the program at that time, at very first instead of the main program, function given in the startup will execute at very first time. Next one, pragma exit. The syntax for the pragma exit is here first hash symbol, next pragma, after that exit, next here name, that is function name. See this pragma exit, it is used, what purpose we are using this pragma exit? See before terminating the program, this pragma exit directive it will hold the function. What function is held by the pragma exit, that function will be executed before terminating the program. Next one here pragma warn. Say pragma warn, that is warning. Say during the compilation time when we are running our program, suppose in case if there is some mistake, then the compiler will shows the warning and error. If it is error, we should compulsorily correct it, then only the program will run. Suppose if there is no error, if there is warning, then the program will execute. But what purpose this warning is given by the compiler? See, the compiler tell us that that particular piece of code, it may cause problem in further. So if there is warning, then no problem, the program will run, but we should rectify that warning and we should correct that warning. See, for example, suppose if I am creating a function with return type integer. If it is a return type function, then we should return some value. Suppose without returning the value, creating a function, warning will be reported by the compiler. See here, by default the warning is in on. So whenever we run the program, if any kind of warning is there, then the compiler will tell us the warning. Suppose if we no need that warning, if I want to off that warning, suppose if I want to hide that warning, then I, by help of this pragma warn directive, I can hide the warning. See here we are using the symbol plus or minus. Here this plus symbol, it is used for show the warning. Minus symbol, it is used for hide the warning. So by using this plus or minus, we can hide or unhide the warning given by the compiler. The syntax of the pragma warn is, very first you should use this hash symbol, after that pragma, after that you should use this warn, pragma warn, next symbol plus or minus symbol, any one of the symbol we should use, after that warning type. See, let us see some of the warning types here. Say for example, if I am creating a function return type is integer. Say, suppose if I forget to return the value inside, I am telling about the inside the function definition part, when I am defining the function, if I am forgetting to return the value, then the compiler will show me the warning. Suppose if I want to hide the warning given by the compiler, then by help of this pragma warn, I can give the syntax like this. Here, what are the types of warning? Let us see now. Here, first one, no return value. For that, RVL. This is one type, a type of warning given by the compiler. So if I want to hide the warning, then I can give like this. Here, pragma, before this hash symbol pragma, after that warn. Next, to hide the warning, I should use minus. Next, warning type, this one RVL, no return value. Suppose without returning the value, if I am creating a function, then the compiler will give me the warning. Suppose if I, in that case, if I want to hide such kind of warning, then I can use like this. If I use like this, then the compiler will not show me the warning. Next one, next type, parameter. See, these are the types of warning. See, suppose if I am creating a function having one argument, after getting the argument value, suppose if I am not using that argument inside the body of the function, suppose if I am not using, without using that argument, simply if I am getting that argument, then the at the runtime the compiler will tell me that parameter were not used. So such kind of warning is known as no parameter warning. Suppose if I need to avoid or if I need to hide that warning, then I can use this pragma warn directive. By help of this pragma warn directive, I can hide such kind of warning. Here pragma, next warn, after that minus, here PA or parameter. So no parameter, that warning will not display, suppose if you are using like this. Next one, see RCH, that is unreachable code. This one is a kind of warning. See, when this warning will be displayed, see, suppose if you are creating a function, let us assume if you are creating a function, return value function, integer return value function, then after returning the value, suppose next to that return value, if I am giving some statement, that statement will not work, because when the function returns the value, the controller will move to the where the function call, that area. See, after the return value, if you are giving some statement, that statement will not work. So here the compiler will tell us the warning, that unreachable code. See, here for this we can declare like this: first pragma, after that warn, next here minus RCH. See, these and all will hide this kind of warning. Suppose if you want to show that warning, just we can, instead of minus we can give plus, otherwise by default it is plus only. That is, if we need the compiler to show the warning, then we can remove this code, or we can use the plus symbol also. So the pragma warn directive, it is used to hide or unhide the warning given by the compiler. So for each and every time the pragma, it will tell the compiler whether we should show the warning or to hide the warning. See, next let us see some examples. We are going to see undef directive. See, output will be, while executing this program, the output will be, see, I am defining the macro name is sample. Next, after here, by help of this ifdef, what purpose this ifdef we are using? Already we had last class we had seen about ifdef. This ifdef, it is used to check whether the macro had defined or not. So here it check whether this macro sample is defined or not. Here the sample I had defined here. So here this condition is true. Then the result will be, I am telling to print the macro defined. So the output will display like this: macro defined. See, this undef, it is used to remove the macro undefinitions. So here, suppose if I no need this macro, if I want to remove that one, then I can use this undef. By help of this undef, I can see, by help of this undef, I am removing this macro. So after giving this, suppose if I am running the program, then by help of this ifdef, I am checking whether the sample is defined or not. See here, very first I had defined the sample, but after next step here I am undefining it. So this sample will be removed. So here in this step it will check whether the sample is there or not. Here the sample was not there because by help of this undef I had removed that macro. So here this condition false. So if the if condition is false, then the else part will work. Here in the else directive I am telling that the macro were not defined. So the output will display like this. See, next let us see about the pragma directive. I am going to create the two function 1 and function 2. So the first function, the fun1 is given to the pragma startup directive, and the second function fun2 is given to the pragma exit directive. See here. So here I need to declare the two functions. First let us assume this one. First function name is function1 or fun1. Next here I am declaring another function here fun2. Totally two functions I had declared. Here I am using this pragma startup. See, by help of this pragma startup directive, here I am mentioning the function 1, so that at very first this function will be executed. Next in same pragma exit. So before terminating this fun2 will be executed. Here I am giving the main function. See, inside the function I am telling to print the message, that is printf. Here inside main function. See here I have declared the function. I am defining the function here. Say function void fun1. See, inside I am telling to print the message. By help of this printf I am telling to print the message, that is inside the fun1 function. Here also inside the function simply I am telling to print the message here. So when we are executing this program, here in the output, very first the controller will go where in this directive pragma startup, what function I have mentioned, to that function it will go. Here I have mentioned the fun1. So before the main function, what the function I have declared here, the controller will go to that function. So here fun1. So the output, very first this output will be displayed, that is inside the fun1. Give getch. See here, this is void main, this one function 1, totally 3 function, function 1, function 2 and main function. See, next the main function will execute. So I am telling to print the message inside the main function. Next, before terminating this pragma exit directive, what function we have declared, that function will execute. So here in pragma exit directory I have declared the fun2. At last the fun2 will execute. So here in fun2 I am telling to print the message inside the fun2. This is the output. See, next what is the syntax of pragma warn? Here pragma warn, next I need to hide this warning. What type of warning here? Totally already we have seen they were. Now we are going to see that 3 types of warning. First one, parameter not included. Second type of warning, no return value, RVL. Next, minus RCH, code not reach. So here PAR, that is parameter not used. Next one, here no return values. No return values. Here at last, here third one, unreached code. These are the 3 kinds of warning now we are going to see. Next, I am writing the function. First one, let us assume integer. Here the function return type is integer. Next, function name. This is one function. Here in this function, the return type is integer, but I haven't written any values. So this is one kind of warning, that is no return value warning. Next function, this function name is test2. It has the one parameter, that is integer type. So totally here 3 functions were there. Next, here the main function. Here I am calling the function test1, test2, test3, closing the main. See, during the compilation time here it will not show any warning, because here by using this minus symbol, here this pragma warn directive will tell the compiler to hide the warning, so the warning will not display. So here at very first when you are running the program, you without this 3 statement, without this pragma directive, at very first you run the code. There in the screen, that is if you are compiling this program, that is without these 3 lines, at the compilation time, that is error and warning. The window, in the pop-up window, total errors and total warning will be displayed by the compiler. Here in this warning, it will shows the warning. See here in the very first, I have declared this function return type as integer, but here I haven't written any value. So this one, no return value warning will be displayed. This is one kind. Next one, in this function I am getting the parameter, but I haven't used this parameter inside the body of the function. So here this one, no parameter error. Next, this one, here I am creating the function name is test3. Inside this body of the test3 I have declared a variable I. Here in this I am getting the value 10 and I am returning this 10. Next here I am incrementing the I value. So during this step the controller will return to where the function call will return to that area. So here after returning the value, here I am incrementing the I value. So this type of warning is known as unreachable code warning. So this warning will be displayed. Warning will be shown by the compiler. Suppose if we want to hide that warning by using this pragma warn directive, we can use this minus symbol and the type of warning. If you are using this one, then the warning will not display while executing the program. So very first you run the program without this 3 directive. After that you include this directive and run the program. So very first time warning will show, after that warning will not reported by the compiler.